Season 4 of The Dragon Prince has become my white whale. Despite the anxiety and anguish it has caused me, I continue to pursue it with no regard for my present or future physical or emotional well-being. I will not abandon my quest. I will chase it through stormy, wintry North Atlantic waters, and I will make it mine. And I will bring you all along on my maddening quest with me. And you will not mutiny, because I know that y'all want this as much as I do. We're united in this strange pursuit. I'm your captain, and you're my equally anxious, but also thoroughly passionate crew. We're all obsessed together. My obsession has become yours as well. I swore that I was not going to make another video about Season 4 of The Dragon Prince until we had something substantial to report. And I think my reasoning was sound, and I certainly still plan to make less videos about Season 4 than I did in the past, unless there's actually something to be said. But I do think that, considering there is not a lot of news about other shows coming out right now, it is worthwhile for me to sum up where we stand and what pieces of media the Dragon Prince franchise might release in 2022, this upcoming year, and whether or not we should abandon all hope for ever getting Season 4. I don't think it's quite that hopeless, but I'll let y'all decide for yourselves. Before we become too enmeshed in minor little details, let's state the obvious. Yes, animation is a lot of work. No one is disputing that. Yes, it takes significantly longer than live action does. But it's also true that, yes, The Dragon Prince is taking an unusually long time even by animation standards. And yes, I think that we have reason to be at least somewhat concerned. Yes, it's also strange that the creators are working on a video game that's probably going to be this big AAA open world game, but there is no suggestion of how far along they are in the process of making that game or when it might release. I really do not know any context in which to place this delay. It's too mundane to perhaps merit the kind of outrage that has flashed through the fandom over the last couple of years. But I think we can all be forgiven for being a little overly enthusiastic, considering how much the show promised and how little it has delivered in the last couple of years. We're not quite at the Song of Ice and Fire stage, where all the fans still waiting for the books to come out have been reduced to raving lunatics, but we are getting there. I have to wonder if there's trouble behind the scenes. I hate to speculate about something like that if there is no proof, as there isn't in this case. But if there was trouble, that would at least make delays of this magnitude intelligible. Usually, delays this long happen if there are major contract negotiations, such as what happened with Mad Men, or if the creator just really wants to take a break, and the show is popular enough that the network doesn't mind that, or if it's an anime and it's based on a manga, and the manga has not caught up to where the anime is, or the creator of the manga has just lost all inspiration and has no internal motivation to keep putting out new chapters. But there do not seem to be obvious explanations like that for why this delay has happened. I think the problems are more structural and organizational. Ahas has even admitted that the composition of how the making of the seasons is structured is a major reason why there is such a long gap between Season 3 and 4. He says that it will be worth it because there will be shorter gaps between Seasons 4 and 5 and between Seasons 5 and 6. And I have no doubt that this is the longest gap we are going to get, or at least I dearly hope it is. But I'm still left wondering if that was really the best option for making a show like this. 3 years is a long time, and I believe that Ahas probably did not predict it was going to be 3 years, or he would have done things differently. If you're left with that long of a gap, something has usually gone at least slightly awry. My belief that something has gone awry is supplemented by how other elements of the franchise seem to be working with the same sort of delays and weird scheduling that the show has cursed us with. Think about Tales of Xadia, which is finally coming out in late March of this year. This is good. I'm sure y'all will enjoy it if you like that kind of thing. But I made a video talking about Tales of Xadia back this time last year. That was around the time it had pre-released, and you could test it out a bit. Based on how developed it already was, I thought it would get an actual release sometime by fall at the latest, or winter, and instead we're not getting it until after the start of spring. We did not get an initial release date for that, so I don't think this qualifies as that big of a disappointment, but it's probably later than they expected to have it out. And this is doubly true for Bloodmoon Huntess, the second Dragon Prince graphic novel that will be arriving almost 2 years after the first. We have a cover for Bloodmoon Huntess, we have a synopsis, but we also have to handle how it's gotten pushed back. I checked the original announcement, and I believe originally when it was announced around this time last year, it was supposed to be out by March of this year. Obviously, it's not. I could have sworn it was supposed to be released even earlier than that, in February, but that might have been my imagination. Anyway, it ended up getting delayed to April, and then from April to June. I remember seeing it having a release date in June, and now it is going to be released on July the 19th. That release date perhaps could change, but even if it doesn't, that's still a large gap between the original graphic novel we got, Through the Moon, and Bloodmoon Huntess, especially considering how Bloodmoon Huntess is not seemingly as essential to Season 4 and the show going forward as Through the Moon was. Not much about the show was released in the whole of 2021. Battle Charge, the Dragon Prince board game, has finally come out, and that's promising. It's a good board game, but this is like you're searching for the ocean and then a few drops of rainwater fall from the sky. It's better than nothing, but it's not enough. These are guppies, not my white whale. I really do think that this delay has caused a lot of us to start losing our minds, and I am thankful that I've had other shows to distract me from this long wait. And of course, everything else I have in my life. I'm quite a busy man. And I swear that once we're finally through this delay, I will never spend this much time speculating about a release date ever again. Whenever I talk about how long we've waited, I feel like I've aged 10 years. It's that exhausting. and I imagine it's as exhausting, if not more so, for the people actually working on this franchise. So I will say goodbye for now. Check out Battle Charge, check out Tales of Xadia if you want, and be sure to tune in soon to this channel for information about Bloodmoon Huntess when it finally comes out. So thank you all for watching. If you liked what you saw today, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Donate to my Patreon if you can and you want to see more videos like this. If you haven't checked out The Owl House and Amphibia, I recommend you do so. They're great little shows, and they will be premiering new episodes on March the 19th, and I will be making analyses and prediction videos about those shows. So thank you all again. Take care. Adios, comrades.